Good morning, everybody. It's Unfrequented World Photography again, out in the mosquitoes. I'm going for another run with the Tamron 500 this morning, heading down a trail that leads out to Lake Nipissing and maybe some water birds. Along the way, I've stopped to film some flowers, and I thought I'd show you guys. In my original review of this lens, I said that it bordered on very good in terms of sharpness. I'd like to change my original thoughts on that to it's better than very good. For the focal range that you're getting with this lens, it is actually into the excellent range in terms of sharpness. There is one saving grace with this lens, and that is that with the new bodies you can use magnified focus assist. If you don't have that on your camera, this lens would be very hard to focus, even with focus peaking. My camera with focus peaking shows you general, oh, that leaf is in focus or that bird is in focus. But I'm going to show you guys, I'll try to film here, I'll zoom in on something and show you when you're zoomed in 12 times on the screen, how small of adjustment at f8, we're talking less than, a millimeter of turn here on the lens, and everything will be out of focus. So the reason I'm getting such excellent photos is because of the magnified focus assist. Alright, here we are in front of some buttercups about 6 feet away. And on the screen here we've just got the normal distance showing. And what I do to get focus is I actually select where I want to zoom in on. And I have my camera set up here for my AEL button. And I can zoom in. And I do have focus peaking on here as well. And you can push this twice. The first time that you push it, you are zoomed in 5.9 times. The second time, we are 11 times focused in. And I'm just turning this ring. We're talking millimeters here. I don't even know if you watch the number 2, that's completely from one end out of focus to the other end out of focus, right through our focus point. So we're talking about a millimeter of movement there. Very small adjustment. Not even 1 millimeter probably both ways, back and forth. And then I sometimes go right past it to make sure, okay, I'm out of focus, and slowly pull back in. And even with a stabilized view and everything else, just your hand touching the lens, look at that shake you're going to get. But that's the only way that you can make sure everything is in focus, is if you have this magnified view. For this video, we're just going to take a little walk, and if I can stand the mosquitoes, there's one in each ear right now. We'll see what we can find, and I'm going to put up some samples in the video I've taken over the last 2 weeks with the lens, and I'll show you guys. We'll zoom in on the computer 100% so you guys can check the sharpness of this lens. And like I say, I'm actually revising my original review and bumping the sharpness of this lens up into the excellent range. It is that good. So, and I don't think I've ever mentioned what I paid for this lens. $230, guys, on eBay, and it's the Tamron Adaptol 55BB, and that's the one you want to get because it close focuses down to 6 feet. So watch my first review and I'll give you all the details on the lens and everything. This video is going to be more on the quality of images that we're getting with the lens. Mosquitoes are just something else, like absolutely crazy. Why do I do this to myself? Okay guys, there ahead of me on the trail is a rabbit. So I just thought I'd throw in another video sample. Once again, with this lens being set at 1050mm with the adapter, you want to be set up and push the record button and then do not touch the camera again. Even the slightest touch will make that shake. I'll show you guys a video clip I took the other night of a rabbit that was even closer. Alright guys, the mosquitoes are just driving me out of the bush right now, so I'll meet you back at the house on the computer and we'll check out some of these samples at 100%. I gotta do everything I can to stop from running right now. Alright, here we are guys, back in the house at the computer, and here's one of the images we just took on our walk. And I wanted to show you guys this unprocessed. We haven't done anything to this image. This is straight from the camera. And let's zoom in 100%. And we'll take a look at the head. The dragonfly eye is in focus here. You can see if we zoom in even further, this cross pattern here is what you get when a bug's eye is in focus. And what I wanted to show you guys at 100% is that when the head was in focus, the thorax, being a few millimeters closer to the camera, was slightly out of focus if you look in here. And that's just the thin depth of field that you're getting at 1050 millimeters with that lens. Okay, I also wanted to show you guys the sharpness that you're getting straight out of the camera, and I've applied my sharpening filter here, and that's the sharpness you can get when you've applied your final sharpening. So there's straight out of camera, and there's with my sharpness applied, and we're zoomed way in here guys. When you're zoomed out, it looks fantastic. So I just wanted to show you that, and I'll show you a couple other samples that I grabbed the other day. Alright guys, here's another photo I wanted to show you. It's alright, it's not the best photo I've ever taken, but this is the only photo out of 200 that I've taken so far where it was a bird up in a tree about 40 feet away, and the sun was high in the sky above with a clear background, and I wanted to show you this is the only image I've found that has any chromatic aberration in it, and it's right here on this inside shadowed portion of the bird and on the top of the head. So this is the only image guys I could find. I've been through all of them. It's very minimal on that lens. Flare and chromatic aberration are not an issue. Unless you're zoomed into 100% here, you won't even see that, and I could easily remove that in the program. With a couple of clicks, I could take care of that. Okay, and with this image here, guys, I wanted to show you, I don't know what it was about this image, maybe because the bird was only about 7 or 8 feet away, with nice sunlight coming through and lighting them up, but I wanted to show you the detail that was captured here at 100%. Again, this is with Kenko Pro 300 1.4 times attached. Look at the detail in the feathers here. So this lens is, like I say, borders into that excellent range for sharpness.